Hello everyone, Fangs of Fire here. Welcome to another Immortal Invitational match. Today I'm actually playing as the Hunters and my opponent is none other than Wckaczek. So this will be no easy thing to win. But I'm going to take a leaf out of Scotsword's book. Apologies for being something of a plagiarist. But I'm going to do a Scotsword's opening with Goldaming and Seward and Munich. Van Helsing up there and Mina down here. So, apologies for the plagiarism, but I think that's my best. That could well be one of my best shots. So, Wckaczek, he in the fall league of 2023, only approximately half a year ago at this point, he ended up coming in a close second. Alongside Pizza Wizard and Scotsword, he's the best player in the he's the best player in the entire community. So this will be, as I said, no easy task. Well, a horse on the first draw with Goldaming is definitely a very good start. Dogs and sense of emergency, nice. Steak. A knife and Jonathan Harker. I don't mind if I do. If it were either of the other two allies, I would have done a search. But oh, nice. This is off to an excellent first day. Here's something that I like to do, and that's I like to trade with the Goldaming the first night, get as much benefit out of his wealth bonus in the first couple days. That way I spend as much time as possible not discarding stuff. It's excellent, 2 down already. 2 8-1s down in the first day. Excellent. That is very excellent. And what's more, we already have a horse. So that is a very good start for horse economy. I will not be disappointed with that. The only disappointing part was that there were 2 Drac events. Okay. Pistol and bullets, and a sense of emergency for him. Okay, you get rifle and charred carriage. Okay. That's both of those are pretty decent. Scouts. Alright. So, where will Wckaczek start? I think I'll shoot at Varna and Galatz. No? Okay. Worst comes to worst, I do have Jonathan Harker. Okay. Alright, no fogs in hand, but that means I get a free stake from a distance on it. So let's see. He has 2 new vampires, a mob, a soil, and a bats. The bats, Wckaczek is very proficient at using bats, but it's getting rid of the 6 health vampire for free like that. That's just good. Why not? Okay, give me that last white one. Okay. Shame, but it happens. Can't have it all my way. It is a shame to throw away a 1-1, but throw that back onto the pile. Okay. I may want it, but like if he's doing an England start, I may need a good ticket. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, horse economy wise, things are looking relatively good. But now, knowing Wckaczek, he might not choose to do the misdirect, as he, okay, but he is. So, like Spencer Wolfhart, he is one who often goes for a lair stratagem, but he is not but he's going for kind of a mix of yes and no to that. I suppose we'll just toss away the holy bullets. Heavenly host and knife. A renewed vigor. Nice. Steak. Very nice pickup. Really no need for a holy circle. Heavenly host and Lowell rumors. Ah, well. He's going for an England start. Very good to know that early. Well, well. Trying to do what I could not, eh? I'm referring to the match versus Pizza Wizard where I attempted an England start and it started off nicely, but in that case I'm actually very glad that Van Helsing found a stake. I know that he has at least a new vampire. There could well be a hoax up there. Let's get ticket tossing. Okay, both of those improve horse economy, but it's not... But it's not the white one that I'm looking for. Dominics tickets. Man, that last one is always so frustratingly evasive. So now I know what he's up to. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing Renewed Vigor probably anytime soon. Let me see. How close can I get via charred carriage with Seward? Regardless what the answer to that is, I need to find horses. Toss the dogs and the pistol. I definitely could want that stake. Knife. That's nice. Toss the dogs. Newspaper. Huh. So even if I hadn't gotten the local rumors, I would have gotten in with that. So, for the time being, I'll have Van Helsing just stay there. I'm not gonna go chasing after him with a garlic wreath. Especially since I... 2 newspapers? After I local rumored him? Lol. Okay, pistol. Toss the garlic wreath. Goodness. Lots of drac events going. Then again, I have some pretty good stuff. Okay, let's keep up the ticket tossing. Okay. Man, apart from that first night, things are not going as I would like with that concerning horse economy. I'll keep that so that I can send her up to Bordeaux next turn. She's adequately equipped to the point where I think I may be able to send her to the UK. Because responding to an England start is never easy. Skip. So, I can actually send Seward up to Hamburg in one day, and Seward is also adequately equipped. I may do that. Okay, there's Godalming's horse. Man, I gotta have to toss a Heavenly Host here. I hate discarding a stake this early, but oh well. Couldn't be helped. Let's actually. I think that we will use the charred carriage. That means that he reaches the coast that much sooner. He also has sense of emergency, and it is also, well, long story short, he has more stuff, more movement stuff, including a horse. So, okay, crucifix. I think that no, that's not good enough. Oh, vampire lair. Neato. Okay, we'll have her go to Bordeaux. Basically, I'll threaten to start putting it out to sea with these two. That may pressure him into leaving early. So, let me see. Alright. Let's keep fishing for that last ticket. Last white one. Well, let's keep it in hand that our odds of finding that white one are higher. Okay, that's reasonable. Well, actually, let me see. Who else has a stake? Goldana just tossed one. That was the first stake I tossed. Mia doesn't have one. But nonetheless, let's trade the vampire lair to Goldaming so that I don't have to risk losing it. I'll have him hold on to the long night. I'll take the sense of emergency, or no. Let's have Van Helsing fill up. Well, tough pick, I will admit, but now both of them have something that's relatively useless. So, something that they can just chuck away. So after Swansea, he went to Liverpool, and then there might be a hide thrown in, but I kind of doubt that. He's most likely up in Edinburgh right now. It's quite possible I should have traded with Seward. It's feigning an excellent weather trade. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Shame. So, Van Helsing. I suppose I'll send you to the rumor token spot first. Skip. Yeah, let's find that third horse. Okay, well, even the newspaper reports is better than that. And it's better because it may help me identify a hide card if it comes to that. Do I send Seward now? Or do I have him supply a bit? He's pretty well armed. He's got a stake too. So if it comes down to a second vampire up there, yeah, let's just put the pressure on so that he'll need to leave sooner. Let me see. I think that we'll actually send him to deal with Swansea today, because that could well be a hoax or some other delaying thing, and I need to be able to get to that rumor token in time, because otherwise the whole trail becomes wiped and he can prance all over that area again. I think that I'll have Mina sit back a turn. A rifle. That's better than the pistol. So we'll consecrate ground. Shame that I tossed the hen in the house. I mean, it was the right thing to do, given the circumstances. All the good stuff Gul'dan was holding. But it means that in order to get a full powered CG, I'm going to have to toss something good. Pass, he's at sea. Okay. We won't use the stake. We'll make him think that I don't have one. A mob first. Interesting choice. So I'm guessing that what Wckaczek will do now is he's going to wolf form down to London because I just vacated it. Does that mean that I actually play CG now? That'd be kind of bizarre, but I could make it so that he can't go there. And then, even though I have only one heavenly, even though I have only 2 heavenly hosts, nah, that's not. I don't think that's worth trying. Let's again attempt to find that last white one. No such luck. Yeah, that's wolf form down to London from Edinburgh. So this turn, let's check for the hide card, just in case. We have 2 of these, so there's really no harm in it. Let's just make certain that there's no other unpleasant surprises waiting for me. Godalming has his horse, Stuart has his horse. It's Mina or Van Helsing that I want to get the last horse. So, do I start risking using these? I suppose I will with Godalming. Ah, come on. 1 out of 8. Darn it. That is very bad. I suppose then the correct move is to go down to Milan so that I can fetch a decent rail ticket. It's possible that I can simply... It will be possible for me to simply have... Hyatt Edinburgh, as is typical. I can have Godalming fish for the 3rd horse that's still in the pile while these 3 weed him out of actually, we'll have him wait. Make it so that if he wants to continue to move here in England, he's going to have to either step on a hunter or or go to Plymouth, which after Plymouth, with Wolfform already used, he's gonna have to go to sea. So I suppose I'll simply have him draw an event. Lucky find. Very nice. Move by train, go to Le Havre. Sometimes you just gotta do that with horses. We'll actually keep that one. If we find the last glue ticket, as they are often referred to, then we'll keep it. Then of course we'll take it, but do I want to search this now, or do I want to wait? I get the feeling that this is like a fog, or there's bound to be like a saboteur or bats under the high card. The fact that he didn't ambush with it is definitely suspicious. He probably wants... I'm guessing it's saboteur. He definitely wants me to search it by night, so therefore we won't. Let's, again, continue to try to find that last glue ticket. But here in England, tickets are just as good as horses, if not, in some cases, better. So, you're fine as is, Van Helsing, so... Or, actually, here's what we'll do. Instead of healing, we will... right, I'm showing CG, so he knows to play around CG. We'll fake an excellent weather trade here. Making it a bit more threatening. That making her presence there, Mina's presence there, a little bit more threatening. So, yeah, by having Van Helsing stay in Swansea, is it going to be one of those games where I have small connection issues on and off? But yeah, it happens from time to time. But as I was saying, by having Van Helsing stay in Swansea, I've kind of offset the natural rhythm. What Dracula issue are have okay. With renewed. What does Seward have? He has a ticket big enough to get there, so I can. Yeah. I think we'll go over it. Or no, that's not. Yeah, having connection issues. Is there any particular benefit to using Renewed Vigor is the question I need to ask. Not especially, so we'll skip Renewed Vigor. We will save that. There may come a time. And now, I suppose we might as well use the Lucky Find now. Search for the best thing to keep Van Helsing alive. A rifle is definitely nice. We'll have to toss our stake, which is definitely a shame, as I was going to go to Liverpool to stake the. So, a dawn combat. I will open up with dodge. He will likely open the opening with a mesmerize to prevent me from escaping right away. Okay, so he chose to open with a claws. Yeah, my goal is to escape with as little damage taken as possible. If I can, I want to do some damage to him, but so as to possibly make it so that he can't get off England without taking too much sea damage. Okay, turns out that my rifle would have been slightly better, but so he will likely expect a plotting next. Rifle is the wrong play because he's played both claws already. He'll probably do a Fang or a plotting next. We'll go with escape now. If he lands a Fang, whatever. So be it. Excellent. I gave him the image that I was fighting back, only to simply resist. I was simply resisting for a little bit. So I do have to keep in mind that that he did lay down an encounter there because of the fact that he made it a lair first. So, what do I do? Do I send Seward to deal with the Liverpool vampire? And just continue fighting with Van Helsing? I think that I think that Goldanum supplies. If I'm lucky, I may be able to find a... If I'm lucky, I may be able to find something good for... Well, that will be good for him after the combat. Basic research, I would definitely have been nice to have sooner, but... So what do? Do I send him to reinforce Van Helsing and to turn this into a 2v1? In doing that, I give him 7 points for free, and he will get Hyde back, as well as access to Manchester and Edinburgh. But on the other hand, he knows that I have CG, so he will be expecting there to be heavenly hosts floating about. And the fact that I can get there via train, and then Van Helsing heals up the damage that was just dealt to him, means that... And yet, what is that encounter? We'll give it a shot. Or do I instead deal with the vampire? I have a real tough decision here. I can give him points for the chance at a massive amount of damage, or I can instead simply have Van Helsing retreat and have Seward deal with this, deal with Liverpool. If he continues this way, I think that we'll go with that option. What we'll do is we'll have Seward come here, stake the vampire, and then if he chooses to try that same maneuver to make a lair of Liverpool, because he's kind of stuck. He can't misdirect London, and he's used up his wolf form. Okay, a new vampire? That's not that big a deal. I think that this is the right move. I was definitely tempted to go for a combat. But what I'll do is I will stake this, send Van Helsing up to Seward, so that if he wants to pick another daytime fight, he's gonna have to pick it 2v1. More likely than not, he'll set out to sea. It's a shame that I don't have Money Trail. Seward's nice and healthy, so I think I'll go with a punch to prevent plotting. Okay, it's not reckless, so whatever. So he'll expect another... expect another escape, so therefore I should expect another mesmerize. Especially since I just played punch. So my anti-mesmerize is on cooldown. So therefore we'll do dodge instead. Okay. Now we escape. So he's played both Fangs. Only thing that can hurt me is claws. Good. Excellent. Taking 2 damage, no big deal. Especially since I'm going to be sending Van Helsing up here. Or do I? Because that vampire could kill him. And I do have garlic, which is an excellent defensive weapon. Defensive item, more accurately. Do I send him... Do I send Van Helsing elsewhere? Geo. Hi there, Geo. Yeah, that's right, Strider. I'm not sure what a stram is. So, do I go to join Seward? I think yes. If he chooses to ambush me, I can simply batter it. I can then do a 2v1. Uh, I hope that he doesn't. Obviously. Strider insisting that he watches his stream. Hmm. So, Wckaczek's definitely thinking about it. On the one hand, it's a 2v1 and it's a daytime fight. Or, do I simply not have a stake? He saw me toss away a stake earlier and with the lucky find. So does he try? It's actually a good question. Thinking. Thinking. Okay, chose not to ambush me, and that's actually very good for me. So, I could do CG and then just cut him off from being able to stay there any longer. But the thing is, I actually kind of want him to stay there a bit longer. Yes. Could tell. Tell. So what do I do with Mina? There's, I think, still a third horse in the pile. But she's in the small town. Well, she can help deal with the southern part of the trail. Except what if he goes out to sea? Well, if he goes out to sea, he first has to go Irish and then North Atlantic. Huh. Do I supply to get an event? I suppose... we'll go with the supply option. Scouts? Huh, lol. Goodness, how did I know? Okay. Now then. So, let's continue trying to get that ticket. Skip, and then toss that. Okay, you stake the vampire. You heal. And you... Do I do a CG? No. Let's just continue working on that elusive one. Now let's see what he does. I think that most likely he's gonna go to C, because with Wolfhorn being in London, with him being, and both of my hunters sitting that are in England, just sitting there waiting for him if he wants. Yes, he'd have an encounter, but this time they're both already there. Feed. Interesting. Is this time for a renewed vigor? Because I could refill the slot, I could do a trade, I could have Van Helsing rest. He has an encounter, but... Now that there's no rumor token, I think that, yes, I think it's time. Let's give it a shot. No point in doing a long night. We'll try to keep him guessing about any more good... Okay, so you go to Marseille and then supply. There's that horse. Good. Toss Scarlet Wreath and Crucifix. Then we have Seward Supply. Oh, Money Trail. Sweet. That is a very good pickup. I shall challenge you, Wckaczek. A Reckless Vampire. Okay. I think I have not shown anything with Seward, and I don't intend to start now. If you want to get a point, go ahead. Admittedly, this means that a 5 health Seward is not an ideal situation, but... So now, do I supply with him too? What could I draw, item wise? I mean, there's a Drac event on top, so if it's just for an event, there's no point. I've already tossed all the holy bullets, so I'm not gonna find a stake. Possible things are. There could, unless someone else is holding it, there could be a pistol left. Yeah, there's a pistol. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, all the dogs. There's another garlic, that's what. Yeah, so that won't really improve the situation. So he's obviously going to ambush. So okay. Yeah. More or less as expected. I was a little bit tempted to just dunk it in a Heavenly Host and kill it. So he already knows about the garlic, so I'll go ahead and use it. Yeah, using strength because I can't escape. I successfully block with garlic. So next we will dodge. He may end up plotting here, and if he does, that obviously is bad. But yep, dodge the fangs. I expected that, since that to be the case, since well, I just played the garlic, which is my item anti-fang. Yeah, he's already seen the garlic before, so there is no harm in showing him that. Do I just continue with that? Garlic, dodge garlic? Well, the thing is, either one of those can be plotted on. So, and he can claw the garlic. I think that what I should expect is either a plotting or a mez. Which honestly, this fits the bill quite nicely. The only thing that really hurts me here, well, he may well play Fangs thinking that if it gets cancelled, oh well. So, you know what, let's play around claws. That's what my instinct tells me he'll likely do. He'll expect the garlic, and since he doesn't care too much about this vampire, he'll instead play the thing that gets around the garlic and does damage, because that's what this vampire is for. So therefore, I block it and deal damage back. So now, by doing if I do dodge first, the most damage he'll be able to deal me is 2 by doing a claws into my garlic, which he no longer has any claws left. So, Van Helsing manages to get through the combat without a scratch. At least, any further scratch, to be more accurate. And now that he is out of, claws, I play down the garlic. Okay. Excellent. That went nicely. Nicely. And he got more info on Van Helsing's hand. So, actually, is there more value in doing a trade so that he won't know anything for certain? He will know that between the two of them, there's a rifle and a garlic. He'll know that much for sure. But he won't be able to say anything else for certain. Do I heal? Seward will still be at 5 HP. Therefore, it is a shame that I can't get Money Trail off of Seward to Gloaming now. But do I trade or do I rest? I think that the obfuscation may be worth more. So do I? Huh. No, we'll rest. And now she can... She'll fetch an event. Well, she'll dump a Drac event. Ugh, goodness. I do hope there's not a hoax waiting to mature. Because that's now what? That's now 8 things that he'll have to choose from. And then... we'll have her help defuse the trail. Because someone could well die here. Here we go. So, how to begin? I think that the most likely thing for him to do first is to do a strength on Seward. Strength or claw on Seward. I don't want to lose my rifle. So, strange though it is, I'm going to start with the dodge there. and then I'll have Van Helsing use the garlic. Well, he knows that I have two ways of countering claws with Van Helsing, so he probably won't do claws to him. We'll actually open with punch on Van Helsing's side. Yeah, this may not be all that successful. As expected. As expected. As expected. And then punch. So if he has a second strength, he will most likely use it. But now I'll have Seward play the rifle now, and I'll do the same on Van Helsing. So I'm just playing anti-claw this round for the most part. So next turn he will be able to escape, but okay, what you got in mind? I'm gonna guess it's gonna be a Fangs for a Heavenly Host. Yeah, probably should have played Knife now that I think of it, but he only healed 1, so I still deal net 3 damage. So I don't have a great strength, and Seward's holding on to Money Trail. So he will expect me to play all anti-bat stuff. And the fact that I played rifles so liberally last round will make him think that I have more. Will make him think that both of them are holding knives. And the way I've been playing, he probably will not expect a Heavenly Host, so I think I'm going to use that now. Well, now I'm showing the Heavenly Host, but he does escape as a bat. So that's not the... That didn't turn out as well as I had hoped, but nor did it turn out all that bad. He gets the feed card back, which is definitely annoying, but... Let's just hope that Manchester is not a hoax. If it is, then I could definitely be in big trouble. Because I also spent a renewed vigor to do this. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Let's continue to hunt that ever-elusive final blue ticket. Well, you need to rest. Or, you know what, let's have you just real quick. Well, I've already done it, so let's just get rid of that. And then, Seward, Van Helsing, you first fetch the Money Trail, because we may well need that. And Seward's not in the best shape. You're at sea, so you pass. So he knows that I have CG, but he also knows that there's a Heavenly Host in the discard. So, Desecrated Soil. Wow, that's a shame. Nice soil, to be sure. So I can send Van Helsing up to at least attempt to deal with. Okay, yeah, went to sea instead of going back to Manchester. Makes sense, makes sense. So, we'll have Gul'daming go up to Brussels in anticipation of the North Sea move. And this is in between North Atlantic and North Sea. Okay, he needs to heal for a bit. London, I don't know what's there yet. Unless, well, no, I don't. Of course, don't do my trail now. Yeah, you rest for a little bit. Train, go, do train up to Edinburgh. Hopefully, I mean, if it's a fog there, or a saboteur under the hide card, he didn't ambush Seward with it when he walked on, so I suppose it's more likely to be something like a. Honestly, I don't know. Possibly another discrete soil? Not ambushing, so if it's something that he wants to mature, he doesn't have the means to stop me. At least not yet. So he likely laid down a vampire in this lair. And I'm going to have to check it, but I can't say I like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possible things. And then so let's continue the ticket hunting. Yeah, we want to keep hold of a bigger one until I make those horses ready to go. I will search it. He knows exactly what Van Helsing has. Okay, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Compared to what could have happened, that is not all bad. That means I silence the aristocratic vampire and pardon my creaky chair. And I now have Mina in London ready to search this. Reckless vampire. Ooh, night fight. This could be a bit rough. Interesting that I chose not to ambush. And I suppose he knows that I'm out of stakes at this point. We will... He doesn't know what Mina is holding. He knows that she has a knife, but what he doesn't know is that she also has a garlic. So claws, dealing as much damage as he can, if nothing else. So then I suppose next thing I do is he'll most likely do a strength next. Or he may well do a mesmerize, so try to get a mesmerized bite to kill Mina. So we'll do punch. Although I've already shown it, by showing him the garlic, I've shown him that getting a Fangs on me is unlikely. Okay, good. Called the strength. That was the least, I think, least risky thing I could have done. And I could have done dodge, but I didn't want to risk the plotting. So now we'll do a rifle. As now claws means Mia dies. Okay. Whatever, you die. I'm not mesmerized, so that's enough damage to just kill you. I'm guessing that's probably something to do with bad combat hand. Given the so night fight for a kill, nice. Worked out. worked out. However, both Mina is now rather battered. The good news, however, is that I can skip no long night. Guldoming supply. Just draw out. Oh, it was Holy Circle. That actually might have been handy last in that combat. Might have been able to prevent him escaping. For the time being, I'll send him to meet with Mina. Help her heal faster. Then you. Just heal for the time. No, we'll supply and then heal by night. Okay, my hand is better than that. So, now... Come on. Show yourself. You go ahead and fetch your last bit of health. And then, you trade with Guldoming, so that first thing tomorrow, we know where he's going. Go ahead and give him Vampire Lair and Mystic Research, take the long night. Then have her rest, so that she can start healing. So now there's only one place left on England for me to deal with. I definitely would like an excellent weather or two. So IRC, he's currently North Atlantic. This is when he lands. From North Atlantic, he simply lands. Interesting choice. And Mina is showing CG face up. So where can he go? Simply landing. So Liverpool, wind to sea, and one more sea space. So North Atlantic. You wouldn't do that, would you? Would you, Wckaczek? Well, let's go to Bordeaux, as that's the place that makes the most sense. Yeah. Spy? Actually, in this case, considering how things have been going for that, it's actually better for me to discard tickets. So now, so who do I send to deal with Liverpool? I have a few days to do so. He's the one that is ready to do so now. But I need to get more people back onto the mainland. I'll send Seward to the mainland, especially since he has a horse. Let's try to fish up a stake for more than one reason. What's with all the drag events? Goodness. So next turn I can do a CG, force him to move it, force him to stay relatively northwards. Tonight I mean. Put... there's the last heavenly host. Excellent. Now I can have it be full powered. So I can make it so that he has let's see how this fight goes. He saw that I have no anti-claw measure. So, So he'll likely do that. How do I start? He'll likely want to do claws as much as he can. Let's start with simple escape attempt. He may well do fangs to good. So I escape. He gets a little bit of healing, but which is bad, but at the very least I get to minimum damage. Yeah, shame I didn't do the knife, but okay. Rest. Pass because let's see. How many Drac events are in there now? 5, 10, 11. 14 left. We'll have him rest since it's night. Oh, I actually should have done Mystic research there. Whoops. So I can do a CG to force him to go up to Nantes. Oh, except that he'll have a wolf form. So perhaps I want to contain him for a little bit. Yeah. I think that's how we'll do it. We'll do CG. Place one in. We'll place the permanent one in. Yeah, so we're actually going to force a day fight with him. Or that's just a bad idea. We'll leave the way that we'll force him to go north. Bordeaux is a reasonable spot to place this. So we'll go with Bordeaux, and then place one in Toulouse. One in Clermont-Ferrand, and lastly, one at Santander. Huh. I actually should have gotten tickets with Wyoming. I could have found that last pesky white one. So now I force him to move towards the farthest away he can get from me is Paris. So he is moving towards Seward. I'm making sure that he can't get too far away. And it's not, we're still in week 2, so I have time. Van Helsing has a... So... I'm guessing that he's going to do a wolf form to Paris. He's going to want to just create some distance. And then he'll want to be able to go down here. Yeah, I'm definitely chafing at the fact that I didn't get tickets with Wyoming. Because then I could threaten to go right onto him again. Okay, so he simply went to Nantes. Okay. Shame I don't have another renewed vigor, because then I could force a 2v1. But honestly, he's almost certainly laid down a fog. So, Gladaming. I need you to don't get that glue ticket. Don't you dare. 1 in 12. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? That was a 1 in 12. Okay, so at this point we're just gonna have to give up on horses altogether. What? 1 in 12. What? 1 in 12. What? What? Okay, so yeah. At this point we just need to Let's do the mystic research so that I can supply at night. Fetch some more events. Nice. 5. Good. This is a habit I learned from Wckaczek. Write down how many night supplies you have left in the chat. It can definitely be handy for keeping track. Okay, let's. The second renewed vigor. That's better. So, Goldaming? Well, Do I want him to, we want him to get tickets. At this point, that's what I want. We're just giving up on the horses at this point. Seward, on the other hand, okay, 4. We need to try to find a stake for Van Helsing. Wax cylinders. Okay, that's an interesting one. There's the stake, so now Mina can do. No need for the Hemley host anymore, so we'll toss that. Speed telegraph, good stuff. Okay, so I did 3 night supplies, down to 2. 2 remain. Yeah, he picked up a blood transfusion, which is, well, that's junk. But, so as for Liverpool, do I just let that go? Is that really a vampire? He didn't place that rumor token there when he batted there. He only placed that there, that was only there because it was originally a vampire there. Okay, so he's either hit it, not aunt, or he's either hidden at Nantes or he's at Paris. Do I want Speedy Telegraph could be interesting. If I do renewed vigor, give Van Helsing the stake, or no. I think that it's possibly wrong to use it. I think let's just throw it in. Fogs are definitely very possible, but okay. First things first. So, first thing to do is give one thing that I'm going to want Sir Van Helsing to do, or no, not supply, trade with Seward. This is feigning a forewarned slash and such trade. Now the next thing to do, if necessary, we can just try to fight it out and try to save the stake for the vampire lair. Okay, it's now time to at least challenge it, see whether this is actually a vampire or not. Okay. First, so we can discover whether it's a high card or not. Well, actually, first we'll discover whether it's a high card or not by doing the wax cylinders and using them for analysis. So it is a high card. So therefore, we simply stay put. Or force him to come to us. Except that I'll send Seward to Paris. Or... yeah, there he can get in a good night supply to make up for the item slot he's missing. So now, what now? So he can still wolf form out of there. Mina, I'll have her start with a supply. A horse? Do I want to continue trying for it? That stake is very important for me to have. No, we're just gonna give up on the horses. In this area of the board, that it makes the least difference. Oh, that heroic leaf certainly would be nice down there. Well, it still will be later. So now she uses sense of emergency to get up with Van Helsing. This is risky, but let's hope that if this is a vampire, so now what else do I have Goldaman do? I suppose I'll just have him fetch an event. Evil presence. Lol. Lol. And then I suppose I simply give him have him rest for that last HP. So skip. We will begin with Seward doing one of our last night supplies. A garlic wreath. The other evil presence. Lol. So that's one night supply left. So next we will trade with Mina. Or yeah, one more health on either of them won't make any difference in a fight. So we'll instead trade, make things a bit more obscure. No. Get the steak and give her the garlic. And now Goldaming. We'll go ahead and have him do the last night supply. A newspaper. Okay, so that's now all the newspapers drawn one way or the other. So now, let's hit it. Okay, those are rats. All that fuss. Sure, why not? He already knows that Mina has it. I used it in the fight with New Vampire and the Reckless. So... Very funny, Strider. So... What will he do? Will he just feed? I suppose that's probably what I would do. I've already spent both sense of emergencies, right? No, I've only spent one, but there's... And Seward is holding the second one. Hello there. I'll be quiet, Strider. Okay, wolf form, yeah. So, by the way, 0 night supplies left. At least 0 guaranteed night supplies. So, I've spent both renewed vigors and the CG. Regardless of where he went, he'll probably expect me to go to Marseille. Seward is one of the last horse. Let's actually check Toulouse. That seems like a promising pick. Okay. So, what do I do with Seward? Let's just check out Strasbourg. He may be there, maybe not. Reckless Vampire. He'll likely just do a clause with the Reckless. He'll probably do a plotting next. Called ya. Yeah, doubtless what he was likely expecting either dodge or a weapon from me. Just escape again. Okay, another mesmerize. Okay. Will he do another plotting, though? The one thing he almost certainly won't do is... thing is, even if he does, I get, like, sent partial protection through... Okay, good. Good, good, good. And then, most likely thing for him to do now would probably be a clause. He's out of mesmerizes. He'll expect me to escape, and to avoid. He'll expect me to escape to avoid excess damage, and he won't fang because otherwise. Oh, okay, that did not go according to plan. I was expecting a clause there. So now that's probably precisely what he's going to do. Let's just, whatever. He probably won't take. He probably won't care really much. Uh, yeah, doing claws just after I play the rifle makes sense. Perhaps the fact that it's taken me so long to get rid of the stuff up to prepare the vampire lair is a good thing, because that means that I I think that he's too far away to help all that much. But Mina is far too hurt. She's barely alive. What I'll do is I'll trade with Mina, fetch the heroic leap. Give her that. Rest. Fine. Just to have it stop pestering me. So, 1v1 combat. This is gonna be rough. This could easily be rough. How will he begin? I'm gonna start off with the knife. He will likely expect a heavenly host. Okay, that's okay. I don't like him getting a plotting off, but at the same time, I do get to put in 3 damage, so what stuff will I lose if he dies? There's wax cylinders, blood transfusion, and sense of emergency. So what will he do now? He'll expect me to play a rifle, I think. Well, I think what I should expect is a mez. So I'll do punch to... Okay. So will he use plotting to... Okay, yeah, use plotting to cancel... Well, he chose not to cancel it. But he can... But he'll have his chance to do so. So, next... I suppose... Let's just go with the rifle. Oh, he's doing plotting again. That's interesting. He must have a pretty good hand by now. So he now knows that Sewer doesn't have a heavenly host. At least if he's keeping track of the fact that Sewer does have a horse. So he's likely going to do a strength next. Or actually a claws. I should expect claws here. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. But now the plotting wears off. Unless those things stack. I don't think they do, but they might. If I can call his move here. Honestly, he'll probably want to bat. I'm not mesmerized. He may well want to strength. So, yeah, because he doesn't know whether I'll do knife or rifle. We'll go with the rifle. Gonna lose some, I'm not losing anything, vital if I through this, but this does hurt massively, to be sure. The good news is that he actually teleports Seward out like ahead of him to a certain extent, because the closest hospital is over here at Budapest. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So to a certain extent, he helps. That kind of helps. Oh, there's the thing I discovered with Mystic was the manual heal scheme. It's good to know that. 7, 10, 13. So there's only 12 left in the deck, so that's 1 in 3. Yeah, I've probably lost this, but one can only keep trying. Yeah, and with Seward goes the last horse, so it now's and with all 3 horses in the discard pile here, the time truly has come to just give up on the horses. It's never gonna work now. I suppose Goldong just passes, unless I want to risk a 1-3 Drac event. Okay. We'll go ahead and trade Goldoming the Heroic Leap. That could come in handy. Take the Long Night. Rest with Mina. So he's somewhere next to Strasbourg, which does not narrow things down much. As I know that there is a vampire there, but skip. So Vampire Lair does still buy me 1 extra day. We'll go to Marseille. You get out of hospital so you can start getting items. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use the Vampire Lair. Send Mina to eventually get to North Sea. Yeah. I at least reserve a ticket with him. Ask us the plat. Yeah, this is not looking good. Skip. Glaming, you need to refill a little. Go ahead and fetch another weapon. Plus, it would definitely... Great strength. Man, that would have been nice to have just a bit ago. No, he just won't get down there in time, so we'll try to... Pass. I think that at this point I kind of have to risk it. I need to get him geared up. Scouts, excellent. Okay, let's check Brussels and Cologne. Okay, no, didn't go that way. He could have gone to Paris. Well, no. He wolf formed over Paris. Is there anything that's like really out of place? Can't rest while at sea. Yeah, so I bought myself a little bit of time with the vampire lair. At this point, I'm never gonna defuse not in time, so I'm gonna just have to let that one go. Let's check Paris. Let's not let him just slip under me, right? Like, just like that. Okay. Well, for him, health doesn't matter all that much at this point. We'll go to North Sea. So neither Brussels nor Cologne. I still have a few days before he starts getting points, apart from this rumor token vamp. Okay, now that Stewart has a couple weapons, I think he's good enough as is. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. At this point, what's the best event that I could hope for? There's no more sense of emergencies. Really, charred carriage is the best thing left. That and excellent weather. I've already used both ruined vigors. There is still one speed telegraph. So there's 9 left in there. So it's still 9. Now we find that. After all this time, I finally find it. Well, no, I found the one that Stewart discarded when he died. So, not totally sure. It's gonna be sad, but oh well. I suppose that I should trade the hero leap off back to Van Helsing so that when someone finds Drac, I can use it. I can trade it to whoever does so. Does find Drac. It was a fog. Okay, so that means that he's gonna get points. Okay, so that means. Okay, so he's putting that over Strasbourg to protect it. So that's where there's a real vampire, but that means that it'll be later when he gets to mature that he gets the points. So, however, that does mean now that I need to find and kill him in the next couple of days. So, 4 spaces from Strasbourg could mean that could actually mean Zagreb. I won't keep either of those. Rufus. Search. Let's check Munich. That was indeed his second spot. So, did he then go to... Zagreb after that? Well, getting that little bit of information is... Oh, hypnosis? Yeah, that could be useful. We'll have him supply by day. I've already gotten Vampire Lair, so... that would have been nice for Sewer to have. But... So, pass, trade with Gulaming to fetch the heroic leap, and rest. So, I still have, I think, 3 days time. I haven't found any surprising returns yet, have I? Let's ascertain which one he went to first. Zurich. So therefore he could have gone north into northern Germany. Let's check Milan just in case. No? Okay. Let us next go to Belgrade. The only reason I'm holding back much with discarding the Heavenly Host with Van Helsing is because that would give Drac more information as to what Seward might have. So we gotta ticket up. Good. Get a new ticket. We'll trade with Seward so as to fetch the hypnosis, as that might come in handy. We'll wait to trade the Heroic Leap until he is found. Much as she could use more health, I think it's more important that she get some, get a better ticket. Yeah, so Strasbourg will now share the Reckless. So only the last. So after Strasbourg, he went Zurich, Munich, and then presumably he went east. So he did a feed. So wherever he is, he feels plenty safe. We'll check out Venice. One, two, three. This will still be on the trail if he was here. He wasn't. So where did he go? We'll swing down this direction. Yeah, I have one more day to find him. So therefore, we gotta go all in. Dracula's Brides? That's actually not so bad. Considering that this is gonna be last day for me, that's not really all that bad. There are definitely far worse things that could happen. The other Dracula ally, Great Wolf, definitely would be far worse. Yeah, we gotta just go all in. We gotta try to find something at all costs. A shard carriage. And that's nice. Excellent weather. That would have been nice, like, weeks ago. Yeah, if I gave him Unearthly Swiftness, then he's already won. Or actually, no, it'll be 2 Drac phases before it. Darkness returns, and he's already won. That's the only thing that makes him win here and now. Unearthly Swiftness doesn't quite cut it because it doesn't advance the day. At least I don't think. He's at the castle. Just play Long Night. Yeah, so he's healed up to full. Yeah, there's nothing I can do now. GG. Yeah, brutal horse situation. Had that gone better, maybe. Oh, and there's a forewarned. Well. Okay. Yeah, we'll see whether Wckaczek feels up to having a chat. Lol. just pass, because yeah, I've lost and I can't even reach him, so even I can't even. So let's organize this post-game chat, shall we? Okay. Yep. Sadly, Wckaczek once again proves himself master of Dracula play. Let's just bring him up so that we can press the chat. Needed to weigh him out for Wckaczek to come, but yeah, basically, I think the biggest factor by far was the horse economy. That third white one just killed horses twice, and after that, I just couldn't. I simply had no time to recover the horses. So after the second time, I simply had no time to recover them. So. We'll see what Wckaczek has to say. But hello, good GG Wckaczek. Hello.
That was hell of a game.
Yeah, what really killed me was the horse economy. I never found the last white one, and that, as you saw, killed horses twice. Even in
well, I don't think you risked them unnecessarily at that point, if I may.
I felt that the risk was necessary, at least the second time. Or either that, or the probability was so minimal that, like in the case that the second one was 1 in 12, that would happen.
Yeah, but what changes when you do that? It's not like you were jumping on me or something.
Perhaps, but.
You were able to move by rail actually to Paris if you wanted Paris, or just normally to cut me off from Le Morferrand. So yeah, to be honest, I mean, I liked your aggression. If I wasn't prepared for that, if I was like in the, let's say, old meta, under the lion or something in the last weeks, that could be deadly. But I was actually planning for your aggression and hoping that you jump on me.
In most cases, I was expecting you to want me to jump on you as well, but
Then why did you?
Well, in most cases, I had good tools to do so.
I don't know. Halsey with 1v1 didn't work out well.
Well, I didn't jump jump on you. You jumped on me.
Sorry, no, not Halsey. I mean Godoming.
In that case, I was confident that Gul'dan would survive, and in that case, well, I needed to ascertain that you were there before I sprung the CG. If you had landed at Nantes, because if you weren't there, of course, that represented an opportunity for me to push you right back out to sea if you had landed at Nantes and forgotten that I had it.
I mean, that was fine. It's a new credit. I just didn't expect that you found. I actually played around with having only two slogans, but just
Yeah, I picked the third one off last minute.
I hope you land on me, and spy seems to work pretty fine. And despite the fact that I knew that Vladimir doesn't have popcorn, it was massive. Like it made my game very easy after you see
But I maintain that the biggest factor was the horse economy because I just never found the last blue ticket, and and that just
this is
at
very
at the end
irritating.
at the end that just ended up crippling me, because as for your question in the game chat about what events Seward discarded, the only one that I remember, in other words, the only one that was really at all significant was the second sense of emergency, which after abandoning horses was definitely important. Had I still had that, and the thing is, what's even more brutal is that the very following day after Seward died, I drew great strength with Gul'daming. I just don't you just hate it when that happens, and then the very moment, and then the very moment, also the very, then the very moment, I drew both of them on that last day where I was just supplying just for the sake of it.
So we probably just jumped with CG too early because okay, I just move the fog and then maybe Wolfform, or I move it even without the fog and then Wolfform out with the fog, right? I had like number of opportunities that
Yeah,
I
I'm probably a bit. I am probably a bit rusty on my hunter plays. This tournament I've been representing Drac. There's only one other game where I represented hunters, so I may be somewhat rusty on my hunter, a little.
Yeah.
Which.
More difficult now. That's true. They have like new tools, but
Yeah,
a lot of easy stuff was taken.
I will say that combat did go my way most of the time. It is noteworthy.
Okay. I think that most of the time it went my way.
I would say in that case we might be able to call it more or less even most of the time. Of course, there were for instance, Hunter Deaths where it definitely did go your way, but there were also ones that definitely went my way. Take for example the night search at London with Mina.
Yeah.
I called you move for move there. Likewise with likewise with some of the other ones. I was able to put my combat prowess to good use.
Yeah, but I take that and then kill Seward with few events, items, and that was on top of me, so definitely a win for me.
Yeah, which is why I said most of the time at the beginning of this part of the discussion, but but in any event, I definitely realized that in retrospect that the 2-on-1 jump in Swansea was definitely somewhat foolish.
I don't know how well you were equipped, but you didn't have events, like nothing that surprised me in combat.
That's the thing. I got Heroic Leap later, but I never got a single planned ambush or escape route. Heroic Leap was the one that I did find eventually, but that was after you'd left England. So I was just hoping to stumble upon you. To at the very least lower the IDS score. So
You can always go both ways, like especially that you withheld was dealing damage, so basically in that combat
I dealt you 4 if I recall correctly,
Yeah,
and
I
then
think
you and then you healed the soil, which I didn't know about.
yeah.
Yeah, so that
You
the
basically
the
did me 1 damage at that point. Yeah, so
yeah
in that case it worked. But if like Van Helsing started blasting with heavily host, right? Uh, and then maybe you threaten block with my escape as bats.
well, the thing is, I
Then
was
things could
still
work out.
blocking uh, uh escapes as bats even after the double
Hmm?
rifle. I was still threatening as I still could have threatened a double bat block.
A little bit, but not that much.
In in any
Because
event,
you know,
what's done is
like
done.
I was taking, I was looking at the discard pile, and not many events, not many items left that gave the Helsing ability to stop my escape as bats. So yeah, I don't know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, if it dealt me like significant damage and I have to go by sea, I think the biggest mistake probably, or strategic mistake, was landing Mina in England instead back on the continent. It just opened me ability to normally land in the continent, because what would they care, right?
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I was. Yeah, especially since I didn't have excellent weather, which to add insult to injury, I drew that on the last day as well. That would have been just
yeah,
wonderful. Earlier in the game. Uh,
yeah. Well, Mina would have difficult times joining anyway because she would need to walk through double reckless vampire. So it had to be very risky. You know, someone could have died there.
yeah, but I mean, that's not to say that it wouldn't have been useful, as it definitely would have been very handy at some point or another.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But good game well played. It's
Yeah, yeah. This is funny because I really the game. I said that I'm going down on the blah blah. But they have fun. It was a very intense game. You try to constantly put pressure on me and react to what I'm doing.
yeah, and
It was cool.
yeah, and more often than not, I called what you were going to do before it was the reveal. Sometimes I didn't have this.
So
Sometimes I didn't have the best response to it, but uh,
yeah, that's why I said to do this. I also called most of your moves.
yeah, from time to
That's
time.
why.
Yeah, I didn't until this. I didn't know that plotting stacked up like that. Uh,
That what stacks?
Plotting, you were able that since you didn't cancel
Yeah,
before using the second one, you had two
yeah, that's true.
stored up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, I actually had to escape as bats at that point, so I was considering before the combat. I was saying, yeah, if I escape as bats, I get back my wolf form. I don't care. I escape. I'm a big happy boy. But then I realized, wait, I have double plotting. I can kill you here. And yeah,
Yeah, so it turned out. Yeah, if I had had the great strength I drew the following day, it might have been a different story. But
maybe. Or maybe you would have spent the great strength and die anyway.
yeah, who knows? Well, actually, that was the. I mean, if I did have the great strength, I would have just done the dodge, not the rifle, and then or escape whatever, and then dodge next turn. Basically, I would burn the second plotting with
You weren't able to do escape instead of rifle because you just use escape. And
right.
if you use the
Well,
dodge, you don't have the surefire way to survive last turn. And actually, I think I was threatening all three of combat cards.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have been.
It
Yeah, but then again, at that time, I definitely wouldn't have known that, so I definitely would have spent it, to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't need to create strength for later part of the game anyway, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, thanks for chatting. I'm sure that those who watch my recording will appreciate it. And
Recording the game?
uh, yes, actually, yes, I've recorded my perspective. In fact, it's just streaming, but I did. But since Strider was streaming, I didn't put links into Discord, so it'll be. So yeah, you can see just and the worst part about it is that at first I had extremely good luck on horses, uh, because Goldaming drew a horse day one, and I got two of the two glue tickets I did get. I got the first day. Yeah, and then the last one just completely evaded me. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah, but that's also the case, you know, when hunters start moving early, and that's a trade-off. Like, if you can really supply tickets, items even for 6 days, it is far easier for hunters. You know, to get prepared, but you know, actually, since I started in England, and you like
Partially,
was to stop me and they ignore me, then yeah, you know, if Mina moves to buy tickets, Stewart moves to buy tickets, Helsing also moves earlier to account for some stuff, then the ticket pool is bigger, it's hard to win the point one, and you're like resuping, you're doing other stuff, and you're at sea and all of that, yeah, so
yeah,
that's why I like those places, Dracula, where
yeah.
you do some
It,
risky stuff,
which
those
by the way,
it lowers Hunter's power.
which by the way, you recall at the beginning of the game how I said that when I discovered you up there trying to do what I could not. When I faced off against Pizza Wizard in week 6, I did an England start. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, I left England a little too early, so lost, but it was going pretty well until then. You should watch that sometime.
oh, maybe yeah, maybe I'll check it out.
But in any event, folks, thanks for watching, and make sure to watch Wckaczek stuff as he records games of plenty, he, outside of this. So that so here's another person for you to watch.